Imagine that everything that you thought did exist. And what's scary enough, imagine if it all came true like a bad nightmare. Close your eyes and imagine. Just imagine.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the first purge sanctioned by Donald Trump. Weapons of class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Donald Trump and his relatives have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be illegal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new president. Make America great again. May God be with you all.
The American dream is dead.
Imagine that sound. Imagine what would happen. Well, let me tell you, I think it is going to happen if Trump becomes president for a second term. Now, we all thought he was going to be assassinated, but that's just too good of a wish. So, what happened is he's going to do something that America's been showing us for the past 7 years or so in front of our faces. And it's the purge. The new founders of America, the forefathers, Illuminati, Freemasons, all of elite people, all of elite people that have the power to plan, people that got the power to do whatever they want and have us middle class people get the blame, get the fall, get the hurt, get the suffering. So why do I think this is going to happen? It's real simple because the American dream is so backwards now. It's so undescribable and undesirable. Like nowadays, you don't hear people say, "I want to go to America." You hear people say, "Oh, I want to go to Italy, France. I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Canada, England." You know what I mean? Where they don't even brush their teeth for crying out loud. But Trump, he's not going to get assassinated. I think he's too clever for that. I don't think he was going to become president not knowing what he was going to get himself into. I think that we are so overrun and we are so overpopulated that 75% are were born and raised in low income homes. They're raised in the hoods in the ghetto, and only maybe 20% get out and make something of themselves. And then the ones, that 20% that did something with their lives and with themselves. They come a elite. They become bigger than they can ever dream. Maybe a senator, maybe a vice president, maybe a mayor. And they forget where they come from, and they forget because of what the money can do, what Americans can do. They have it all mixed up. They don't know what the fuck's going on nowadays. They don't know their own truth. All they know is as long as they're rich, the rich keeps on getting rich and the poor staying poor. They're always going to be fierce, and they're always going to be the ones that's the finger behind the button. So, for instance, if you see how ghettos are, or most of LA, for instance, San Bernardino, they all have low income homes, and they look good, they look great, but yet those homes are going to be all fucked up in 10 years because the government has a backup plan. Don't know what it is yet, but they always have a plan B. They're always 3 steps ahead. Me and you, we're the ones that are taking 5 steps forward and 10 step backs. And see, a lot of people don't understand that the government is just so slick in his ways that, what's so funny is that they keep on denying that there's aliens, and reality is there's aliens. There's things that we already know, and they think that we might freak out. Hell, fuck it, we saw ET once and twice. We didn't trip. All right, we saw Alien versus Predator. So the way I see it is that the secrets that they have, it's already out. Right now, the main big things of Illuminati is, of course, the music industry. A lot of these people that are rich, famous, they asked for the purge. Like I said earlier, these are people that were once from the hoods, once in their life they were at that moment in time where ramen was the only thing that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But they forget. So what happened is that these people that were born and raised in the hood and became something of themselves, and they come big, like I said earlier, what happens is that they go to the White House, they go to the Senate, they go to all the meetings with Democrats and Republicans. The one time that Democrats and Republicans and independents are best friends in one room, because they all have one thing in common: they're rich, they're powerful. And what they do is that these men that were from the hoods, the ghettos, I said, and these people are telling the government how the hoods are, why they are like that, this and that, blah blah blah. And the government uses that as an anchor. They use that as a way of saying, you know what, we could use these people as an experiment. Hell, these motherfuckers fucking would be the first ones to raise their hands if you let them try our new meth coming out. You know what I mean? Like, fucking us people in the ghetto don't have no fucking shame. That's why we're tested like sewer rats, like chimpanzees, on shit that we have no even fucking thought of having business of trying or doing. Why do you think that people that are from the armies and the Marines, they come back all fucked up? They sign waivers and shit to take a certain pill or do this or take that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, really? Why in the fuck would they need to take anything? And then we find out after their discharge, they're all fucked up in the head. You know what I mean? The government is using these people, using us from the hoods, the ghetto. You know those advertisements that say, "Which I will give you $5,000 if you try this pill." Da da da. You know, it's supposed to be helping with diabetes or whatever. And of course, us people are going to try it because we want money. We're from the hood. We're from the ghetto. We don't have much. Of course, we want to fucking take any opportunity we can to get a little $100 here. Here, fucking be. I'd be happy to fucking do it for $10. But what happened is that we lower ourselves and take these tests, and the results are so amazingly dumb. And you know what happened is that these rich people, after taking these tests and these pills and seeing the side effects of us and all that, they feel like we're the problem. So what they do is that they get a big name city such as LA, New York, Chicago, and they say, "All right, which ones are the worst?" And I'm pretty sure they probably flip a coin toss or they measure, which toothpick's bigger than the other, and they pick a city. Bam. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there will be a purge in San Bernardino, California. All the shit that's going on, all of a sudden, motherfuckers are getting shot. Fucking all of a sudden, women are cutting bitches' heads off. All of a sudden, fucking people are swinging kids like if they're a fucking doll or a baseball bat. Like it's fucking crazy out here in the IE. You know what I mean? Proven fact. All of a sudden, out of the cold blue air, San Bernardino has become number one dangerous city in all of California. Okay, that's worse than Watts, South Central, Inglewood, Compton, Long Beach, Paramount, fucking East LA, Heights, San Bernardino, and I ain't saying Riverside, Redlands, Fulton, or Moreno Valley. No, San Bernardino, the city, is number one most dangerous city in California. Second is Oakland, and third is LA. So I think what they do is that they rate these cities of which one's the ghetto is, and then they allow that purge to happen. And there was a rumor about 3 years ago, which was 2015. They said that if they ever did do a purge, it would be in New York. And guess what? They end up making a movie, which is the new purge year, the first year, whatever it's called, and ends up being Staten Island. What the fucking odds of that? Simpsons predicted Donald Trump was going to be president. The Simpsons predicted a lot of shit that people don't know about. Hell, fucking, if you guys ever if you guys like movies like me, why don't you guys look at Back to the Future? How fucked up that movie really is. Look it up. So I think a purge is going to happen because all these cities that are never been heard of or been on a corner peak of a famous city is getting dangerous all of a sudden. I think there is a version about it happening. I think Donald Trump is that crazy. I think Donald Trump is the type that if it's a nice, bright, sunny day where the sun's out, but it's nice, cold wind, I think he's a motherfucker that would want a monsoon in the middle of the fucking park. Like, for reals. A purge is going to happen. The purge is going to happen. And there's a lot of things that people are not going to understand when it's right in front of your fucking faces. A lot of these movies industries are Illuminati out. Man, I went to Universal Studios and the Minions movie was made from a fucking Illuminati broadcast movie production. It's just fucking crazy. It says, and they try to say, "Oh no, it just says it looks like Illuminati, but it's Illuminations." Like, yeah, it's Illuminations. My ass, yeah, fucking That on SpongeBob movie, the dolphin had a big ass Illuminati eye on it with a triangle on it. Everybody ignored that. Fucking Taco Bell's commercial has fucking Illuminati fucking big ass eye symbol right in front of the fucking commercial, looking at me, looking like it wants to wink at me. Like for reals, shit is front of our faces, and I don't have to tell you about the whole, it's the Rock. Everybody already knows. Everybody knows Illuminati. I believe they're half of the founding fathers, the New World Order. Are you ready for a purge? I mean, I'm the type that be like, oh, I want to kill that motherfucker, but when it comes down to a day, one night, 12 hours, that I can actually do it, and I'm home free, would you? I don't know. Would you? How'd you smoke on that? Because I know there's a lot of opportunity that's going to go down. If that, me, honestly, I'll probably just rob stores, honestly. But then, might get, might fuck around and get shot because down the street, people are getting down. You know what I mean? The purge is going to happen. Donald Trump is a sick bastard. What are you going to do? Just because you live in the desert don't mean that it ain't gonna happen over there. Just because you live in a rich area, Beverly Hills, Anaheim's, or whatever, in the OC, Laguna Beach, don't mean that that vault and that safe is going to protect you. America is a place where you can just lay back, put your feet up, and smoke a joint while you listen to some bomb ass music. Now you gotta watch over your fucking shoulder. Now you gotta wonder one man's decision is going to affect millions. And now that Trump is almost done with his first term, he's going to be a second. I think this is going to happen. God knows we need Obama back, but I don't see that fool coming. He's done. Hillary, you can give her a shot, but then we'll have another Lisa Simpsons on our hand. Fuck, I'd rather vote for The Rock if that's the case. At least I know he'll lay up the smackdown on the North Koreans' candy ass. But I don't know. What's your thoughts? What do you guys think? Is this our reality? Is this what is it? What is it? What are you gonna do when the purge comes? The Bible talks about all this. One day, one night, Jesus was with the disciples, eating, chilling, and they asked him, "When is all this gonna happen? When are we gonna know we're at the end?" And Jesus said to them, let me just tell you in my way of saying it. You're going to see some fucked up shit going on that you never thought would happen. Nations will riot against nations, kingdoms, tornadoes, and weird weather patterns that never happened to a place before is going to happen. Earthquakes, you know, that places that don't even have earthquakes want to have them. Volcanoes exploding on cities and islands. They should be protected by the ocean, but they're not. Jesus predicted all this, and he was alive before they crucified him. And if you want to get deeper, read Daniel chapter 7. He has a vision of all this going on. Second Colonians. But that, it's just crazy. Everybody doesn't want to listen. Nobody doesn't want to take my word for it. Nobody don't want to open their eyes. I mean, we can just live our life normals and act like nothing's going on and just be naive about all this. But at the end of the day, it affects you just like it affects me. So I say to all you people, are you prepared and are you ready? Because we are in the end times. Those founding fathers, they think they have a plan. I just pray and I hope that we all come to our senses and work together because I know when that day comes, we're going to be fighting one another instead of helping our brother, helping our sisters, trying to we're over here trying to kill one another instead of helping each other. But hey, like I said, I know there's a lot of people that want to kill motherfuckers that they wish they could have killed years ago, and that might be the day. Hell, maybe somebody might feel like they need redemption in their life. Maybe they feel like they need the rush, or maybe they're just fucking weird. I don't know. Would I? Maybe. But hey, you never know. Who would you go after? Who would you want to go against? Just think. Close your eyes and imagine. Imagine. This can be us right now when we go to sleep. Have you guys ever seen that movie Red Dawn? Oh, yeah. I do believe that North Korea is going to fly over us one day while we're asleep and they're just going to break through our doors and make us their bitch straight up. You guys need to check out that movie. It's with the guy that made Thor. It's called Red Dawn. It's a crazy ass movie. And you know what? And I really feel with all this going on, we're going to have a civil war. That's another thing. I believe we're going to have a civil war. Or there's going to be one sick, crazy bastard that's going to claim martial law, and there ain't going to be nothing that a fucking government can do about it. And we're going to have to be stuck with a fucking leader that might be a fucking psycho weirdo. So imagine. Close your eyes. Listen to the deaf sound. Because you never know. You just never know. So I know for sure I don't want that to happen to us. The clock's ticking.